This is BTM. We transform. Don't miss on BTM.
Haven't seen him before. I guess he's new.
These two.
Hashtag soft life.
Wow, you have such a beautiful voice.
You think?
Yeah, you know, I should totally write something for you.
Amara.
Yeah, where is she?
Who?
Amara.
Yes, she should be here getting interrogated.
Who?
Amara.
Lydia! I want something or someone.
Look, Anita, you don't have to be upset. You don't have to be unhappy. You could decide to forget about everything that happened and move on.
Sit back and relax with BTM. We transform. Don't miss on BTM.
This is a warning. You need to get ready for a bumpy ride through the hearts of entertainment and showbiz in Uganda.
Catch the freshest trends in the entertainment business.
We bring you the latest in music.
Get ready to groove to insane mixes. From Extreme DJs, DJ Abu and DJ Javi.
Monday is a Virgin Monday. Fresh music.
Every Tuesday, it is a Nyumban Tuesday. We strictly play Ugandan music.
Afro Wednesdays, we play African vibes.
Every single Friday, we go wild and out. Don't miss out the party.
This chick is bad, that's for real.
Sit back and relax with BTM. We transform. Don't miss on BTM.
Simanyi oba nduguwo ye wamugamba nti ku BTMTV nga bulijjo ka wazawazayo kakomawo dda kali nno tugenda kunnyonnyoka kano bakayita the last samurai kuva ku Monday paka Lwakutaano zibera ssaawa 7 ez'amalya g'ekyemisana ne tukaddamu n'ekiro ssaawa zibera 5 paka ssaawa 6 ku BTMTV nga bulijjo. Gye tugenda kunnyonnyoka kano azibe ke kadde nkayuzeyuze wewe kafa okulaba maama ngenda kutogera kano era kyotogezaako kiwandowooza yakubiri last samurai stand.
Sit back and relax with BTM. We transform. Don't miss on BTM.
Hey yo, what's up, Kampala? It's your boy G, aka Gats, alongside
Olive Natwela, and this is an educative and entertaining youth show.
Guess what? We're about to give you 2 morning exciting hours live on BTM television.
That's right. We bring to you real stuff that matter the most to you. We bring to you students from incredible schools and of course the youth from all parts of the country.
We give you a voice, whether your life is here with us or outside in your community, area or locality. We want to hear what you have to say about the latest trends,
social media,
birthdays,
music,
everybody want the dollar sign, dollar sign, dollar sign, dollar sign, dollar,
and movies.
and of course not forgetting style and fashion brands.
Bring to you the hottest new jams. Not forgetting a countdown of the 5 trending songs of the week. So get ready to move and groove with us.
Tune in every single Saturday from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. because we're the freshest show and nobody rolls like we roll.
Tag along on our social media platforms on X, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at BTM Television.
Sit back and relax with BTM. We transform. This is BTM. We transform.
January 2026 is the date and day. A very good morning. Thanks so much for tuning in BTMTV. My name is Edrisa Muwonge. We're coming live to you from Toban Center and Kampala Road, where we're based. It's time for the dialogue. We are here to fulfill the promise we made with you that every single Saturday, by God's grace, we shall be here, sit and deliberate on matters pertaining to the development of one country. I think I'm a #1 patriot because every time I get an opportunity to look into camera, I implore you to love our country. We have one country called Uganda. Whatever you do, make sure the repercussions will be good. Whatever you type, whatever you tweet, make sure it doesn't affect our diplomatic ties in any way. Good morning. Yesterday, the Minister for Education released the primary leaving examinations. The percentage that performed really well surpassed the percentage that failed. At least our children did much better, according to the minister. She also was concerned that why should they have still children who fail. However, my concern as a journalist is that we have a big number of students who don't make it beyond primary level. So now, much as those who sat for PLE and they passed, but they may have the education journey stop there. As the government that has been in power for the last 40 years, what is going to do about this? And also, there's research that was conducted that over 1 million don't even make it to primary 7. They start school, but in kindergarten, but they don't make it to P7. That's another area of concern. Now, this week, the NRM government was celebrating 40 years in power. And the question we're asking on this show that my panelists are going to be addressing is that, is it really a 40-year fundamental change? Is it fundamental change? Are they against protect, like the president was, had that slogan during his campaigns? So many other things. I'm hesitating, but it's also important that I mention it. The general, the command of the defense forces, General Muwonge has also been busy on Twitter, are sharing a number of things that some people think may actually affect our diplomatic ties with other countries, especially the US. I've learned that he deleted some, but these had already caused the damage because the certain senator who said that deleting the message is not enough, but I think he has crossed the red line. Now, when I saw this crossing the red line from the United States of America, I was like, oh, let them not do what they do best. Good morning once again. My panelists, I want to introduce them from the extreme end. I do have Counsel Humphrey Tumwebas. He's a lawyer and a political analyst. The man who has been very busy, you know, trying to save, including those who failed. How are you, Counsel?
I'm okay, Muwonge. Good morning, our viewers outside there. It's always a pleasure to be here to guide this nation on the next course, on the course we are taking, and to tell the nation what's happening. It's always a pleasure to be here. Good morning, my fellow panelists, and we look forward to really good discussion.
In Zimbabwe, things didn't go well for you. You went to Tororo to save Saro Pen.
Yeah, you see, my duty is to advocate. When I advocate, there is somebody judging. But my duty is I owe it to my client, I owe it to court. So every time I'm performing my duty as an advocate, I'm not telling the client that it's a sure deal. No, because I'm only an advocate, but there is somebody else who's going to decide.
But I don't feel bad when you lose.
Yeah, as any other person, you would want to see your success in all matters you're handling. And don't pull out only the two where I have failed. I have three where I have succeeded and people have been declared member of parliament. Oh. But I will not mentioning those ones.
Congratulations. I didn't know about those.
Because these other ones are making it to the news. One of them is the minister, was a former minister of lands. Another one is, of course, like Rwemiyaga is a very popular place when it comes to elections. All eyes are on Rwemiyaga. So those two are the ones that maybe make it to the news. Others, we do them silently, and they have been successful, and people have been declared members of parliament. Okay. So if I do 5 and I succeed in 3, then you cannot judge me on 2.
Okay, congratulations, those ones.
Thank you.
Senior Vian Matovo Ngomba is the National Coordinator of Front for National Salvation. Good to have you, Senior. It's a pleasure having you.
And I too, it's a pleasure to have you and fellow panelists.
See, I've not only seen the president, you know, speak highly of the FRONASA, but also saw some people trying now to distance themselves from the UPDF, saying for them they are FRONASA. Kaindo Tafire is the latest. I saw him say, I'm not even UPDF. I don't, but I am FRONASA.
When did he say that? When did he declare himself from UPDF?
That's what happened.
I mean, this
my fellow council.
Yes.
When a temple collided and conflicted with a fellow temple, orders whether they assumed and went to be able to crush a temple of God, a temple of justice with a temple of God. So now this one is a conflict of cleaning the hand of the causalities and the happenings to distance. That's when these lawyers there, you distance, you pronounce. That is the position.
So he has a distance and pronounced.
Mr. Incriminate with an incredulous finger pointing to the other.
Mr. Magwa's man from Budaka. He was angry with me because I don't mention that. I apologize. How should I respond it? Asman Magwa from Budaka?
Magwa Asman from Budaka, subject to International Unity Platform.
Okay. Yeah. How are you doing, and welcome to the show once again, sir.
Yeah, good morning, viewers. Good morning, my fellow panelists. Good morning, Dr. Muwonge. I'm glad that I'm here. We thank the management, of course, to give us this opportunity. We are not the brightest, the wisest, but we are the chosen ones. And I'm happy that I'm always here on Saturday.
It's a pleasure. Mr. Irumba Andrew here, man with so many titles. He's going to forgive me if I don't mention others. He's the Speaker of the Pan-African Pyramid, CEO of the SPY, a number of things, and he's my senior in this journey, in this profession, the journalist. I respect him so much. It's been long since I had him, always excited to have you, now that you're seated next to me. Good to have you after a long time. How have you been, my senior?
Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much for inviting me again. I think I'm the only Mutoro here. I'm the only Mutoro here.
But we're all Uganda.
Now, a Pan-African estimation is such things are not trying to...
No, it is, to be a Pan-African does not mean that you should not be proud of who you are. Actually, that's what even we promote. You should be proud of being a Mutoro. You should be proud of being an African. You should be proud. Of being a global citizen. It starts from your village where you're born, from your family. But I would like to thank you for inviting me once again. It's been a long, long time. Unfortunately, during elections, I was posted in Toro sub-region, and because I'm an investigative journalist, my journalism does not start and end on the election day 14th.
Who posted you? The last time I checked, you don't work for anybody.
No, I am a journalist. So you know that media is the fourth estate. So there is nothing that the other three arms of government can do without the fourth estate. So I've been there, and I just returned last week on Saturday. So I'm making a week today in Kampala. Wow. So if you see some villages in me, please bear with me.
You always call yourself the only person who speaks what others feel, right?
Yeah.
Tell me, speak what others feel to say as regarding the elections. Where you were in Toro, how are things? Tell us what somebody may be afraid to say. Because for you, always call yourself.
The truth.
I speak what others.
The truth of the matter is, and I have said it even on my social media platforms. The truth of the matter is, Uganda and Africa are not ready for elective politics. Remember last time I told you what we are practicing in Uganda is not politics, but politics. And I explained the difference, isn't it?
Yeah.
You remember. So Uganda is neither ready for politics nor politics. We simply needed to embrace what they call monarchism. You see, have you had any person competing to be the Kabaka of Uganda? Have you heard of it?
Maybe in Busoga I've seen, but not in Uganda.
Yes, because their system is different. The system is not selective.
In your Torah, I've seen that.
In Torah, I'm one of those who were trying to, not me personally commit, but we are trying to change leadership. But even when we are trying to change leadership, we were trying to change leadership within the royal clan, the Bavito royal clan. I'm a Mutsuwa, I cannot be. So we were trying to remove he who we thought was sleeping to put somebody who is awake. Toro Kingdom seceded from Bunyoro Kingdom.
That I know. I studied that history.
The son, because the Bunyoro the Bunyoro Empire, it was not just a kingdom, it was an empire, bigger than a kingdom. You get it? The son saw that his father was not managing the entire empire effectively. Some people from Toro would come to the palace in Bunyoro and spend months with issues without being resolved, and they have not even yet met the king. They are within the palace for 1 month waiting to meet the king and explain their problems. So once the king assigned his son to go and listen to those problems in Toro and come back and report, the moment the son reached there, the people of Toro said, "You are not going back. You are going to be here." So the father sent his men, army men, to go and pick him. The Batoro said, "We are going to die from here. This is our king." That's how it started. So when that man was dying, he said, "We have got this kingdom from the jaws of a lion. Any person who comes after me and sleeps on the job should be removed. Nobody should ever sleep." So one of them, one time they were in a meeting, and he dozed like this. They were in a meeting. He dozed. By the time he woke up, there was another king. Hey, Toro history. Now, when I saw this young boy sleeping, I started agitating for change.
Which young boy?
The King Oyo.
He's not a boy. Mine is in his 30s.
Of course, now he's not, but those days he was. He went to the throne at 3 years. 3 years, so he was a boy. So, the Batoro, Uganda, and Africa had their modes of democracy, how they chose leaders amongst themselves. I've given an example that in Uganda, the only person who can vie to be the Kabaka of Uganda after Mwenda Mutebi is somebody from the ruling clan. You cannot. Him, you cannot. Yeah. So, that question is put to a full stop. Compete for other positions. MP of Russia, MP of this and that. That one compete. But presidency, Uganda is not ready for such a competition. That's why what I saw confirmed it further. You inject 71 trillion shillings to go for an exercise that whose result you already know. Then why are you going into it? You kill, you maim, you arrest. Over 1,000 youth are in jail now. If you ask the jailer, what is the crime of this person, he has no answer, he's still investigating. He's still investigating, meanwhile you're in jail. There are some youth who were arrested in 2021 elections. They are still in jail. What is their crime? The arrestor doesn't know. So why do you need such an exercise, my brother? Why? Okay, what are you trying to achieve? And when you have tried it, have you achieved it? Why are you spending money? Why are you wasting human life? Why even putting the whole country on tension? Do you know what a country goes into every election cycle? The country is like almost collapsing. Tension after tension. So why are you subjecting us to that kind of torture? Sit here permanently, come in, said, I am the life president. When I die, you can think of electing another. But when I'm here, I am the president for life. You get it? Be bold. I am a friend to Traore, Burkina Faso president. I've been there twice now. I've met him twice. I've been there in November, last year. November was there. We speak boldly like Africans.
Yeah, the West is shaking.
Yesterday, I'm not talking about the past. Yesterday, today, Saturday. Yesterday, Friday, he announced the dissolution of all political parties in Burkina Faso. What is the importance of you here? Every time competing with your own country. If the agenda of the country is that let's put a road here, for you are saying we shouldn't put. But who has sponsored you to call the press and address us and say we don't put, it's an American, it's a French. What is his interest? That we should never govern ourselves. We should keep fighting as he comes and plunders our country. Why should I allow you? Tell me. It's a white man sponsoring you to come and oppose national development. And they should allow you. So, he rightfully said, no more. Political parties. If you have ideas, come. That's why I'm very annoyed with Uganda when they shifted from the movement system into political parties system. Not political, political. They shifted. We were all Ugandans. If I opposed him, I opposed him on the point of argument, sense, analysis. I did not oppose him because he is NRM and I'm FDC, or the other one is UPC. No. Today people are opposing each other because one belongs to NRM, another belongs to UPC, another one belongs to NUP. That is the basis of their disagreement. Not about the ideas. That's why you find thieves in NRM and fellow NRM thieves are supporting each other. You find thieves in NUP. Do you know that NUP has a lot of thieves? But they protect each other. In these elections, people who have been rigging elections, also NUP has been rigging. Hey, even the president said that NUP rigged me. So he knows that they are thieves, but you keep them.
They don't believe the president.
So if the whole president, if you can come and cry and that they have rigged me, why do you allow such an exercise again? Yeah. Why? It's hopelessness. So you asked for my fair, Gunde, you asked for my
observation,
honest opinion. You asked for my honest opinion as somebody who speaks what others fear. My opinion is that we don't need presidential elections in Uganda. We can start from members of parliament. You have been going to Dubai. Have you ever had any election about the president of Dubai, United Arab Emirates? But when you reach there, you see an electric train. I was going from, what is this place called? To Daira. I boarded an electric train. In 10 minutes I was in Daira. Yeah. 10 minutes. Transport system. You don't even need to carry money. No, you just go and pay a card. You get your card like this, an ATM card. So on the entrance of the train, there are these guards. So you swap your card. The guard is open for you. You enter. Then your money will be chopped from there automatically. Whether you're a visitor for 3 days, whether you are a citizen, you will have to have a card. So there is no, come watch Anusuru wali bitano. You cannot hear that noise. You get it? Yeah. So, transport system has been, when you look at infrastructure, Dubai is a desert. I stayed there for 2 weeks. I never polished my shoes. Yeah, you're right. Never. There is no dust, but it's an island. It's a desert. You get it? Uganda is not a desert. You move here from the city. Let's move just 30 meters from here and see whether your shoes will still remain the same. A desert, because they understand the value of green, National Water and Storage Corporation of Dubai, after putting flowers in the middle of the road. By the way, one road is 6 lanes, another road is 6 lanes, so you don't hear accidents. Here, one road like this, they have put 4 lanes. 2 are going, 2 are coming, but it is all like this. Then one part of the road, somebody has tethered his dog, his goats and cows. Another bit, the dogs are passing by. Another bit, a stupid bodaboda is passing by. Stupid bodaboda. Riding, no, let me finish. A stupid bodaboda is passing by on one lane and riding in one way, different opposite direction. Then another lane, you are competing with another vehicle coming from the opposite direction. When you knock him, they say you have been mama. That's the statement from police ever. Babada mama. Please drive carefully. In America, the lowest speed you drive is 180. There is no accident. In Dubai. But here you drive at 80. They say, Abada mama. You are hopeless. You're hopeless.
So is it an issue of the political system?
Administration. Where does it come from? These stupid elections.
There's some countries where they have the same political system, but still things are doing well, like you're saying.
That's what I'm saying. I have not said that the whole world doesn't deserve elections. I have said Uganda. I am intentional. Uganda. Parts of Africa do not need elections.
If we arrest
before the whites came here, how were we managing ourselves? Monarchism.
And were we better?
Yes.
Were we much better?
Yes.
Were things really better?
Yes. Because being better is relative. When you say there was no internet at that time, yes, because the world had not yet moved. So today we don't have internet because we're in elective politics. No. So I am telling you, we were better. Because nobody would ever wake up and start dreaming that I also want to be the king of Uganda. That question had been settled by our ancestors. So you can go and do other business. Okay. Instead of you wasting time. This is my argument. We don't, 2031, we don't need to go for another stupid election. We just, if Museveni is still alive, we just need to say, Musei, continue. Tofa kumaini. Now, if you are vying for democracy, the previous election we just had, was it a representation of democracy? Free and fair elections. Do you know how much money the Electoral Commission has stolen from us? Stolen. Pretending to be organizing a free and fair election. Look at the budget we have given to security, police, army, and so on. Now, they have to complete the cycle. That's why somebody is still playing ping pong. Somebody has gone to the Supreme Court to sue Museveni. Museveni, who has just appointed a chief just from his Rwakitura home. That is the person you are going to report. Are you stupid? Then we are going to use taxpayers' money. These judges, 7 panel, they are seated, listening to the case. And this stupid man who has sued, he's waiting for judgment. And he wants me to believe that indeed he's going to get it. You people, we should stop pretense. That is stupid pretense.
Okay. Councilor Humphrey.
Yes.
At least you've been busy in these cases of election cases, where some people, those who think were cheated, appealed to court, recount and stuff like that. Election violence, election malpractice is what we're looking at. He just said we never had a friend election. He has a lawyer, in the courts where you're been trying to save those who say that their victory was stolen. Like we clearly saw in the local council elections. What has been your experience?
You see, thank you, Muwonge. When you talk about a statement of free and fair elections, first of all, you interpret that statement according to where you are standing. I want you to know that every individual interprets a statement according to where they are standing. If you're standing somewhere holding a declaration form of where you have been declared as a winner, you will tell Ugandans that you have had free and fair elections. When you're standing this side where you are holding a declaration form where you have been defeated with the difference of 5 votes, you will say elections were not free and fair. If you're standing at a podium where you're being sworn in as a member of parliament, you will say that we have free and fair elections. I want you to go and look at the swearing in that is going to happen in a few days to come in parliament.
In May, in a few months, not few days.
In a few months to come.
May.
Where member of parliament will be swearing in. And I want you to look at, most especially people who are saying that elections were not free and fair, but in their constituencies they won, whether they will not come to that podium to be sworn in as MPs. Because they think elections were not free and fair. Because if something was not free and fair, and you are a beneficiary of it, what does that tell of your character? Are you a beneficiary of a wrong, or you are a beneficiary of a right? Because you cannot be cold at the same time, be hot. Choose where to be. You cannot say that in Chira municipality, elections were not free and fair, but you are an elected member of National Unity Platform, and in May, you stand at the podium and you say, I swear to protect this constitution and the laws of Uganda. Because elections are governed by the laws that have been put in place. When my brother says that after 5 years, we go into elections, yes, people must subject themselves to that. Because in 5 years, people must judge you. If people are going to judge you according to how you have performed, then through an election, then let it be.
Now, his question was clear. Why have an election where we have violations of human rights, we have people ending up in jail, we have something that looks like a battle, or a war?
You see, battles and what you're talking about, it seems like a war. It starts from the things we speak. If you go on a platform and say, go and vote, make sure you don't leave this voting area, make sure you protect this vote, make sure you demand for this vote. What are you trying to communicate to people? You are trying to communicate to people that no matter what, we must win this election. You forget that in an election there is a winner, there is a loser. And there are people whose duty is not to participate in an election, whose duty is to protect the peace of this country. Police, the army, their duty is to make sure that this country is at peace, whether we have elections or not.
I wish you remove army.
Now, when you say go and vote and make sure you demand for this vote, what are you trying to communicate to a police officer whose duty is not to participate in this election, but whose duty is to keep the peace for this country? You are trying to tell this police officer that actually I'm ready to cause chaos. So before you cause the chaos...
Can you allow me to interject a bit?
No, when you are speaking...
I just want to ask a question. Take the information.
Let me take it.
My brother, if I say I am coming to a polling station, after casting my vote, I'm going to stand there and watch what is happening with my vote. I don't have a gun, I don't have a stick, I don't have a rifle, I'm just standing there. You who means well, why should my presence there, if you mean well, why should my presence there disturb your mind? If you're not going to commit a crime on my ballot, by the way.
Let him address it.
Now, you see, before you stand there, the law is that you should be
20 meters.
20 meters.
So what is the problem when I'm there?
And the law gives the holder of that polling station at that material time the minimum. At least 20 meters. If the law gives me at least 20 meters, I can even extend you 100 meters. And you have no cause of action. Because before you stand there, what have you communicated to me? You are communicating to me that you must vote, you must protect this vote, you must demand for this vote. So before you demand the vote, first give me the distance to do my work. Whether you are in good faith or in bad faith. Because good faith or bad faith cannot be told from the face. Whether you are carrying a stick or not, we cannot know your intention. Once your intentions are not known, protecting you from that polling station is what is better for you and good for everyone at that polling station. I think I finished with you on that. Now, when we are looking at elections being done, elections are not being done in a vacuum. We have laws that are governing these elections. We have the Presidential Elections Act, we have the Parliamentary Elections Act, we have the Local Government, or we have the Electoral Commissions Act. All those acts govern us through the elections. If he's saying that if the time comes and Museveni will say, President Museveni Tova Kolaini, he's always saying that after the 5 years, we should do away with the Presidential Elections Act. We should know that we have no law. He's saying that we should do away with the 1995 Constitution. That's what he's trying to do, that every law that says we go for elections, we should do away with it. Now, whose job is it to do away with those laws? Is it me? Is it you? No. We have a parliament. If a parliament sits and says, no, I think the Presidential Elections Act has not achieved for us, they make laws. They can do away. But we cannot stand and tell Uganda that after 5 years, Museveni, no. He will himself be throwing away our constitution. He will be throwing away our Parliamentary Elections Act. He will be throwing away our Presidential Elections Act. He will be throwing away the Electoral Commissions Act and the Local Government Act. So all these laws are available for us. And the good thing that every law that creates a circumstance gives a remedy. That's why Kasavante has gone to the Supreme Court. That's why you asked me that I was in the petitions of recount votes. If you feel that with the margin of 4 votes, if we go and recount, maybe there was a challenge with the returning officer, the law gives you a remedy. If you feel that even the recount was not enough after that, the Parliamentary Elections Act gives you a remedy of how to petition court. So we cannot be in that thing of saying that, let's say, there are no elections. No. If you're saying there are not, you are only telling us that we should throw away all the laws I've told you about.
Okay. Mr. Magua, Council there raises something very important. It's only a bad election when you lose. It's a free and fair and a good one when you celebrate. Just like when you got the courts of law. When you got courts of law, for example, you are one of your own Nakwede. Yeah. Her success was stayed by court in Kayunga. Yeah. Now there, I saw her praising the judiciary. But had she
the judiciary is good.
Had she lost, that would be a bad judicial system. Hypocrisy, isn't it?
See, Dr. Muwonge, when we come here, we talk about the biggest seat up there. And that's where the problem is emanating from. Council is trying to defend the Constitution because he's a lawyer. You cannot ask the monkey that you are going to slash out the bush. The monkey will fight with you because that is where it resides.
That's the wrong.
40 years of change, of NRM no change. We last concluded the election, I think last week. We are still even having some local government elections. But of course the election, the person I admire when he's seated there, he was trying to say it's better we do away with this kind of stupid elections. Actually, that is the right word to use. But nevertheless, we may use other word to sanitize it. You go into an election, you know the winner, and then you know who is going to be kept at home. When he's not at home, now it's an issue. You have to go and torture, inflict fear, trauma to his family. And this when it's Museveni who lost this election, and the president-elect is Kyagulanyi Ssentamu. He goes to his family in Rwakitura or in whatever, Rwakitura, and then torment the family members, torture the woman, or Mama Janet.
That's not right.
How will the world or the country look at that scenario? So that is okay when it's done on Kyagulanyi, the National Unity Platform presidential candidate in the last election. Presidential election. And he gained 2.7 million votes. Most of them were within the central, where you are doing all those kind of dubious acts. Where are we going as a country? Of course, we have lost the pillars and the principles of democracy. Then it's better we go back to the monarch style. Actually, what Irumba is saying is that we declare that 2031 there is no election. Museveni, if he's still alive, will continue. It's better only that, again, when you come to the law, the side of the law, it needs a lot of things to be done. But then, why are we reaching up to that to say that let's nullify, let's remove electoral processes and exercises? Because of what is happening. We have finished an election process, delivered a president of whom he gained 7.9 million votes. Yes. No celebration on the street. No one is happy. People are just scared.
What?
Even when
did you see celebrations?
I did not see any celebration. If there's celebration, then let them allow.
They were everywhere.
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 Can I organize one?
People were at Uma grounds, people were in Mbarara streets.
In my area, indeed, I didn't see people celebrating.
In Tunga, there was a convoy of more than 1,000 cars. I saw convoys everywhere in every place. Unless you are not watching, I saw celebrations.
Okay. The optimal politics is in Kampala here.
Can
I also organize a celebration for the new elected president here?
Yeah, you can.
See, I like the way you think. Of course, you speak out what you don't think, but you know what exactly is conspiring in this country. Now, you are in a country where a president has just won a 7 or something of that sort of term, but there is no celebration. That's my opinion. And there is none. And then there is fear. I was here, if I'm not mistaken, when I last visited Budaka before election. They were asking Honorable Magwa, me, I may vote Museveni, not because he has done good or is going to do good, but because we fear what will come out if he's not the president. What does this mean to elite people like you people? Someone is carrying that fear that if I don't vote Museveni, what will happen? Not because Museveni has done good, or he has promised
not
them,
or he has protect.
Nothing but the fear. Now, that is the fear we have now inherited. We are seeing tweets one here after another. These tweets are coming from the first son of the president, who is also privileged to be the CDF of this country. And Article 208 is very clear. The lawyer is here. And Article 209. What army should do and what they should not do. We are seeing it contrary with impunity.
It is even expressed on who should speak for the army.
Exactly.
Are you aware? Not every UPDF person should speak.
The CDF is coming to tweet. He has never come out to say, these are not mine.
You remember what happened to Henry Tumukunde when he tried to speak?
Yeah, he was put inside. Over 5 years. Exactly. So, what is so special that we are having three parties which are leaving our country to go into jeopardy, and they are not coming up to speak? The three parties are meaning is you and I. The second one is the Muhozi, the CDF, and the son of the president. The third one, or the first one, in fact, it would have been the first one, President Museveni. I remember it was 2002 when Muhozi was demoted from the Land Force Commander, when he tweeted that he can overturn Nairobi in 1 week. And then the father demoted him and even apologized. How I wish he can come out now and look at what is happening, if he's not too old, not to see what is happening here. How can you subject a presidential candidate to a runless marathon? Where are we going to find our presidential candidate? And you're telling us that you're not looking for him, but his home is vandalized. You are beating up the wife. A woman, a mother, and the mothers in this country are mute. The religious leaders in this country are mute. They come in and speak what they want us to hear, but they don't point the finger to exactly where they must point.
Religious leaders are not mute by accident. In the previous budgetary allocation by Parliament, they were allocated 4.5 billion per quarter.
So they
are actually getting taxpayers' money.
So their mouth are full.
They are shut, yes.
You
speak, you withdraw the money.
Look at the president of this country, who is the elect. You are mute when the CDF is doing all this. I was speaking in one on the platform. If, God forbid, Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu is killed, not political reasons. Maybe he has also some personal conflict somewhere, and is killed where he's running, you know. How do we carry Uganda now? This becomes a state concern, that they have killed the opponent. And you know, Uganda is endowed with mineral resources. America, the last time I checked in 2018, if I'm not mistaken, 2021, they ran out of their mineral resources, the reserves. They are looking for the best ways to recover them. If you heard about Musafa in UAE, there was some bombing. There was some interaction between Qatar and UAE. They were trying to wage war. It was Ibrahim, this guy who always organized, is from Egypt, if I'm not mistaken. He said, if two brothers fight, for a foreigner will always inherit your territories. Don't fight. And in fact, they seized. But this was American interest to look for oil. Now, we have oil, we have gold, we have all the minerals America need, and then we are coming out to look at what is happening here. Them hoes, I will be broadly and openly say it, because no one is willing to say it. They are treating all this kind of thing. They are treating the opponents. Americans will come here and invade it. They will come in the disguise of rescuing or restoring principles of democracy, of which we don't have, and we shall never have. Now, if
we shall come back. Let me first go to Mr. Diana, and I want to base my question on the book you've carried today. I don't think even carried by mistake. I see the title is Uganda's Journey to Democracy. This week he was celebrating 40 years of DNRM in power. The democracy, first of all, you're talking about, he's contesting it, Probably council is the only one who's in agreement that we have democracy.
In the outside, but the inside, he knows
he knows the truth.
Not only.
You can see his sitting posture. Just see. You studied communication. Just see his sitting posture.
Even in the inside, you see, when Magua tells you that if Bob Wine dies right now, he cannot even go and say, if the MPs whom we elected don't go to swear in parliament. That one he cannot go there. But he is looking at Bob Wine, whom nobody is looking for. He's on a run on his own.
You are not looking for Bob Wine.
You
are doing all what you are doing. You are saying that they are not looking for Bob Wine when the trees are moving here in Yao.
Let us listen to Mr.
No, the ones who broke into his home were looking for food.
Mr. Vian, good thing. You
not Bob Wine. They were hungry.
When I pointed this out to you, in fact, it's you shared the video to me. Mr. Kaindo Tafire, General Kaindo Tafire, coming out to distance himself from the UPDF. Seriously, maybe the UPDF has gone astray. What they are doing is not happy with them. And same for me, I'm from NASA. You are from NASA. Your command is still the same. It's just the command of the UPDF. But when you look at things, he just talked about it. I saw the wife to Mr. Chagulanyi lying on the floor, and someone coming out to boast about this. I'm pretty sure even his own mother can't be happy about this. I'm talking about the mother of the tormentor. This is where our army has deteriorated to. And I always ask this question as a journalist. Tell me what was happening in the 70s, in the 80s, that has not happened now. We hear Amin was like this and this and this. We hear Goto was like this and this and this. Museveni and Angel and the others were there.
Now, for us here, we are taught with words. Everything is worded. That's why we are having talks. That's what they are telling us. We are not handling scenarios and happenings and interconnections. 40 years, as you have written it there, fundamentalism. We didn't go far to internalize who is fundamental. It remained the word meaningless, without any focus of achievement, only a praising word, a catching word, because they have measured our brain. There is one person who was talking that when they were selling the brain, that of me, which is still organic, was highly priced, was exorbitant. That of Muinda the Mzungu keep because it has been used. For us, we don't use brains. We only look at happenings, interconnections. Then we judge whichever praises us, whichever allows us to eat, as the council was elaborating here to the viewers and me listening. 70s, as you have said, were words also. Life presidency, president of action, government of what? Government of action. Nobody who can do this apart, decrease and the like. Therefore, this time, the worthy, the most worthy and ambitious is registration. We don't have any practical word as a law. It is only a practical word as a word to amuse and save those who have registered it for themselves. This is why when they are targeting me, they bring qualifications. When they further go ahead to target me, they increase nomination fees. When they go further to chase me out, they create what they call security reasons. Who is security reasons? Bring my friend justice to show us security. As I mean, just economy and so lost within the central bank. When he was looking for the economy, the whites even lost the economy. They went by beheading somebody with power. That is the economy. And we think we are wise. Let's agree we are so foolish by copying foolishness and inheriting foolishness than lamenting that let it be forever. We have silly. We don't understand ourselves. We think you can understand and know which is good and bad when you go to school. When you were introducing this soul, you talked of primary. To be primary in philosophy, it is the foundation.
The foundation of the basis.
To be the basis of Uganda, you have to go in a building. They bring ancient books with those people, with the agents called teachers. They teach you when you reach P7. The others from kindergarten and P6, those doesn't qualify. Which qualifies is candidature, which we call P7. Then there you are wise. You can celebrate in Uganda as if we had know our formal. And even we are very poor in an understanding. In the books, in the library of these whites, they say reading and writing is not even in European folly. It is within the Africa. If you go to the university, the universities and the schools were in Africa. Those who coped, migrated with them, then brought them back here and transformed us. We are waiting to study. This is why you see, they say, this, I am going to my brother here, advocate. Why don't you advocate for what you are sure of and know? Why do you wait to advocate for a rule you are directed to advocate? In a sense, you don't know what is good. Let me give you an example. If they can say today that killing people here in Uganda is good by registration of parliament and death is an act of parliament, no lawyer can say this is bad. It comes as good.
They will say it's good, yes.
Then we think we are doing right things. Let this Pan-African know that we are doing wrong things. We need to correct ourselves and do better and right ones.
Actually, apartheid in South Africa was illegal and it was defended by lawyers. Apartheid.
Among them, no black lawyers.
When they are sentencing, they say you have breached this rule.
And even court.
Apartheid.
And they wrote.
Why did you go to the street when you're not supposed to go there?
In America, even the village alone, the village mate, even before your boss arrests you, the slaves they got from Africa and took them to America. If at any one point one of them got an opportunity to escape, and they arrested him back, the village would even be the one to mobilize and arrest you and take you back to your capital. And when they take you back, they say, you man, you are very wrong. You are a very bad man. Why are you trying to escape? And when they take you, this capital thanks them for doing a good job. Then now they pounce on you. They get a panga, they start cutting in the back, putting marks, so that wherever you move, everybody sees that you're a bad man. You tried to escape and they arrested you. Those are permanent marks. Yes. In your back, in the face, everywhere. Everywhere you move in the village, they say, this one is a wrong person. He was trying to escape, they got him. These are the marks. And then it's a warning to the rest, never to do what? To escape. Who are helping this captor to arrest you, to bring you back? Mr.
However much we remain, or cry most, rose and coats died when Jesus Christ and the Muhammad were crucified. Because they appeared, they were proved not guilty, but were sentenced in order to praise people. This is why this practice, having inherited this decadent understanding, are still happening. We need to correct and chase them, because legislature, judiciary, and executive should have left with the governors, because were the systems brought by Europeans to suppress and impose their bad rule, which allows a person to misuse police, to misuse the army, to misuse everybody. Okay. That's why they left us with. And the constitution which we have, this would be amendment. When you move it by 1995, it is a fake one. Because when the Europeans were leaving, they left an independence constitution. You should be amending what is bad there, not creating a... Have you seen this Schumann Sokedero, the act what he was quoting, ammonia and ensigns? The Europeans left ammonia and ensigns act. This one is not an amendment. You are doing nothing. We have nothing, people thinking to be wise, bringing chaos, legislating chaos. Who brought the police and the army into the elections are the chaotic election acts which were not reformed to remove the bad and accommodate the good ones by the legislators. You see, for them their focus is money, is not legislation to be handed over to this one and save us by advocacy. Now, after the sale have allowed this Anita and his brother and her brother, they went to Parliament to make sure that these new ones, before they have known where the Parliament is, 315 for vehicles. Others for urinating have been budgeted. Others for doing what? Where they sleep in their homes after looting us, they are paid rent. A transport from where they are to here.
And they are all in agreement.
And they are now.
That's where those of
they are all in
Mr. Mabua, they all come together.
And they are
not seen by challenge that.
Have you seen any member of National Unity Platform saying that
I don't need that?
I don't need that 315 million to buy a vehicle?
But Council, the problem is not all about that 315 million by each member of parliament. The problem in this country, you know it. It's not all about that. Even if you say now you're not giving the vehicles for members of parliament, still the problem will remain. You are not going to solve the problem by facing one legislative whatever house and instead
Don't miss on BTM.
Bring it near me, I'm addicted.
Simanyina kumanyamfu. Kole chomo chiyoke.
Yeah.
Pop every single time. Fresh pig getting woke up looking for the broccoli.
Yummy, make you make a bite. You forget that.
Easy, if you gonna leave me, baby, go and leave me all the way.
One girl alone do everything that just amaze me.
Go down there, why not go down there?
Me, I give you something you will never forget if you.
Oh, yo, I'm dripping. Knock.
Sit back and relax with BTM. We transform. Don't miss on BTM.
This is a warning. You need to get ready for a bumpy ride through the hearts of entertainment and showbiz in Uganda.
Catch the freshest trends in the entertainment business.
We bring you the latest in music.
Get ready to groove to insane mixes. From Extreme DJs, DJ Abu and DJ Javi.
Monday is a Virgin Monday. Fresh music.
Every Tuesday, it is a Nyumban Tuesday. We strictly play Ugandan music.
Afro Wednesdays, we play African vibes.
Le Général Dangote.
Bulirwa hakuna chiba chikadde. Every single Friday, we go wild and out. Don't miss out the party.
This chick is bad, that's for real.
Sit back and relax with BTM. We transform. This Sunday on BTM.
Uganda, the pearl of Africa, a sanctuary of raw beauty, deep cultures, and moments that stay with you forever. I am Queen Hasfa, and join me as we journey into the soul of our nation. Witness the majesty of our wild landscapes, the heartbeat of our savanna, and immerse yourself in the traditions that define our identity. Taste the legacy of our ancestors, where every spice tells a story and every meal is a celebration. This is not just a journey, it's a homecoming of heritage and discovery. Experience Uganda proudly, authentically, only at BTMTV.
Sit back and relax with BTM. We transform. With BTM, we transform. Don't miss on BTM.
bangi abasiba akapapula buli lunaku naye mu abo bangi abakayuza buli lunaku. Tukuleetedde akafulyu w'okusonga empiira egikuba munda.
Surely now, opportunity here. Who is there? And beautifully done, Isca.
Omazeva nga tobanjamu obega kubanjamu teganga BTMTV buli lunaku Monday paka lunaku lwa mukaaga nange Lule Christopher Brazilian obasabulenya obunkeeke.
Sit back and relax with BTM. We transform. Don't miss on BTM.
Oh my baby, come over. Better play that song of Elijah Tita. Come my partner now, come closer. Sit on your face, I can take the pen and come from. It's back in the air. It's all about girls, all about the sun.
Wagwan, it's your boy Expect Zavi.
Tomasa know you why. Tomasa,
I'm here to remind you about the Tease show that happens every Saturday from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. in the morning with my homeboy Gats. So keep it locked in. You know what?
Sit back and relax with BTM. We transform.
My name is Edrisa Muwonge, here with the think tanks as they share their thoughts on matters pertaining to the development of this country. I do have Councillor Humphrey Tumwesigye, I have Mr. Madov Vian, I have Mr. Magwasman, and I have Mr. Irumba Andrew. Gentlemen, I want to speak at this feedback, then we can go through the debate. Peter from Natete says we need respect for each other. I've never heard Mr. Magwa condemning the reckless and demeaning language Bobi Wine used in campaigns while talking about Museveni and Mohosi. That's one, and then I also have another gentleman, says, he's JB from Buziga, says, good afternoon, Mr. Muwonge. I appreciate your program, but please inform all participants that elections are a will of citizens. We can pretend that everything is fine, but actions speak better than words. I appreciate the Fronasa gentleman for his submission. And tell the journalist next to you, that's Mr. Irumba, that I watched his interview with the king of Maponga. What is this one?
Joshua Mapongo. From Zimbabwe. From Zimbabwe. He's my elder in Pan-Africanism. He's my teacher.
So you watched your interview, and he also says that council, you are defending the indefensible.
See, Dr. Edrisa, yes. I wanted to conclude on my point when you said you will talk about those tweets later. What I wanted Ugandans to know...
I'll also address this in a second, because the gentleman says here, you are not condemning
the language.
Maybe I will start with that one, then after I went out with the remarks I made here. Now, in an election, we shall look at each other. We shall look into, but after election, there is what we call Uganda. We have to unite together and say, yes, we are not going to be all winners, as the council said. So the language is used in those kind of utterances in electoral processes. Yes, they can be used, but there is a time we need to settle down and say, okay, that's finished. That was in the last concluded, 2021.
Are you saying that, are you saying that you are going now to tell Honorable Chagulanyi to come and tell President Museveni that congratulations upon this win, it's now time to work for Uganda?
That will be a stand of the party, and it will be the stand of the presidential candidate.
But you are saying that after an election...
That's my opinion.
Oh,
after election, there is what we call Uganda. Now, in the last concluded, in my electoral whatever period, 2021, when I was studying in Budaka, I was clubbed, I was beaten. But at the end of that day, we came together and said, no, this is we are pioneering in Budaka, we are not pioneering personal grudges or issues. Now, on the issue of... You said...
The demeaning language.
You see, no demeaning language, I've just explained that. I was trying to wind up the the tweets.
But it's not from me, it's from one of the...
Yes, I answered him. Election is finished, we need to move on. If we go to court, we go to court. The party will decide as national unity platform or the presidential candidate. Simple. Now, when you look at the tweets which are coming up, I was telling you three parties are supposed to play in this role. You, General Museveni, the president of Uganda, and the CDF, even the son of the president. President Museveni, this is the time for you to come out and exercise the presidency in this regard. Then, if you leave, can I finish up? If you leave up like this, we are going to put our country in turmoil, and we are going to regret it tomorrow or the other day. Now, the parties in this country, the stakeholders, I was talking about the religious leaders, though they have been demeaned, but these people, of course, they have eaten. Yes, if you are eating in Uganda, they say we are here to Yogera, but this is the time to look at what is happening at the presidential candidate's home. It is there today, tomorrow it is in your veranda. Now we are talking about who are sort of the third estate, like you, the journalists and the politicians. When we come here, yes, we speak what people must hear and what they must know, but not what they must understand. It is time for us to have a corrective statement or a corrective effort and say, please, CDF, this is too much. As we also agitated for the president of this country to act accordingly and tame the CDF of this country, who also has the privilege of being the first son. It is terrible, it is disgusting. We cannot have a country like this, to have tweets moving here in, here out, hatred, and now we have now started saying that even if they take military, by the way, I was one of the program and I said, okay, let them take me, maybe also to learn Runyankole. We started by Eddie Mutwe. I will go there and learn Runyankole, but at the end of the day, I will not become a Runyankole. And we shall have that inherent hatred, that kind of, it is bad, we need to move ahead, and the president must intervene. You people and me, we must intervene and condemn. We should not always be speaking what people want to do. Thank you.
But before you come in, when you're talking about the tweets, how come he's not recognizing that the CDF acknowledged that he had done wrong and he apologized? That's yes.
Okay, yes.
No. Have you looked at the tweet he made?
Also, I'll come back to you.
And said he was fed wrong information.
I'm happy with that he withdrew it, but then he has not withdrawn the photos, the footages we saw on his Twitter handle.
Mr. Irumba, I want to start with you on this. I'm going by what you call yourself. I speak what others fear. I speak what others fear. You are a dead follower, and indeed, in the red paper and everything, you say things that people fear to say.
That's why I like him. I follow him.
Mr. Irumba is a Pan-Africanist. The first thing I saw that you shared was actually, was it a birth certificate of General Muhoozi?
That one, leave it.
Okay. That one you fear, but it's okay.
You see that fear?
That's where let's leave it now.
No, it's not fear, but it is a choice that I take to be responsible. That's personal information, and it doesn't really concern our national issues.
Sure.
His birth certificate and so on is not a matter for us.
Exactly.
What is a matter for us is how he is
handling our national issues.
Yes, and my fear, if Mr. Perusif can put that message again, me, probably I would have hesitated to talk about this. But when I saw the US Senate coming out, and using the word, you have crossed the red line. Gentlemen, you know what the United States of America,
course.
or states, also some Pan-African stuff. The United States of America can do. The other day they picked Maduro, president of Venezuela.
In the interest of taking
I've read the book titled Confessions of an Economic Hitman. It was written by Unpacking. He's a former CIA agent. See how America...
CIA.
Yes. And now, seeing this man calling Commander has crossed the red line, and now the U.S. must reevaluate its security partnership, which includes sanctions and mutual cooperation with Uganda. The president's son and likely successor cannot just delete tweets and issue all of apologies. What counsel is saying there, we should just let him go because he has apologized. The U.S. will not tolerate this level of instability and recklessness when American personnel, U.S. interests, and innocent lives in the region are at stake. I want you to pick it from there. One, our concern is the violation of our diplomatic ties with the U.S. The US, which happens to be the biggest funder of various projects in the country, indeed extends a lot of generosity to us. General Muwonge's tweets, his behavior, where is this going to leave us? I don't want to talk about only security-wise, because we know what the US can do, but not diplomatically.
To begin with, that coveted seat of CDF, nobody else has devalued it ever in the history of UPDF than the current CDF. When you look at people like General Mugisha Muntu, you remember? I look at Katumba Omara, look at David Muhozi, Aronda Nyakayima. Did you ever see a tweet from them? Was the country not moving on forward? The army, I started with it. The army, unlike these other institutions, the army is a very strong institution. That's why they even went and strongly put a lot of padlocks on their mouth. Not every soldier you meet on the street is supposed to speak to you. They don't speak. Why? Because they know a mouth with a gun in your chest, and then you have a mouth. Those are two tools. Those are two weapons, and all of them are very strong. So they first tied this one. They tied it. After tying it, they put very stringent rules and conditions and terms on the one that you are carrying. That's why every morning, the first thing is parade. They count how many bullets do you have. 10. How many did you have yesterday? Those are checks and balances every day. Because they know what that gun can do and your mouth. And because of this uniform, when you speak, right now you can say, I'm going to attack Kenya. And the Kenyans read your tweet, they will be laughing at you. But it is different when CDF says so.
Yeah.
And President Museveni. Even if you go there. Even if you say, I am coming, and indeed they see you crossing, they first go to your background. Who is this man? He's a presenter.
He's Magwa from Budaka.
But Muhozi. You are not a Muhozi. You are a CDF. They pay respect to the office, not to you as an individual. You get the point? You get the difference? So, it can't be business as usual. That yesterday CDF was threatening in Kenya. His father came, you know, like at home. Yeah. Our parents used to clean where they have not dartened. Yeah, my son. He has talked badly to my neighbor. My neighbor, you know, but you know my son. That boy. It's okay. That business cannot continue in the army. That my son can go and tweet. When you're having a bottle of mineral water, Rwenzori, you finish it, you tweet. Tomorrow you change from Rwenzori mineral water, you go to ice water. You tweet. Tomorrow you change from which other brand of water? Which other? We have a lot of brands of water. There is, I have seen space. Every brand of water you take, you tweet different. But your tweets are affecting us all who are not drinking your water. I'm talking about water. Yes. We are not drinking your water with you. But what you are saying is affecting all of us. So it can't be business as usual. Yeah. When you go and allege that America is hiding Bobby Wine, it's a big statement. You are indicting a country. So you must speak with evidence. And a person of your caliber, CDF, they know that you can't just speak. You have ISO, you have ESO, you have all sorts of sources of information. There must be somebody feeding you. And that somebody feeding you must be having connection with our embassy or our government. They must be, actually you can bring problems to some people working with the American embassy who are Ugandans inside there. They think you are the one giving them wrong information. Because even in his tweet he said, I was fed on wrong information. Who fed you? For you think it's just a statement. You can cause problems to those people working with the American embassy who are Ugandans. You can even be a cleaner in the American embassy here. And they suspect you. You get it? So, I am a chief editor of my newspaper. I am so responsible about what comes out of the spy newspaper. Sometimes these jokes, I put them on my personal social media platform, Facebook page and Twitter. But I cannot put them on the professional media house where I get the lessons from UCC.
Because you care about your credibility.
Hey, that is UPDF. That's a country called Uganda. I told him he was causing war between us and Kenya. For him, he's guarded. He will not be affected. But the Ugandans who are naked on the streets of Kenya, doing business, they will be attacked. You saw another war coming, erupting from Rwanda. Although he's the one who went and solved the problem, but that's how things started. By somebody feeding the other Rwanda wrong information. Then also Rwanda also retaliating.
But now that you raised
Then you have seen, wait, let me finish. You saw his tweet, what he said about some section of South Sudanese that have killed this clan of people. I have killed a few. I think next time we'll do better. Do you know what those people have been doing to Ugandans there?
Yeah.
For you are not affected because you are guarded. But Ugandans in South Sudan have paid the price. Those people. Hey! You get it?
So I wanted to compare. Now you talked about Rwanda. The most we saw go to when we had our relations with Rwanda.
Yeah.
It's the one who came in. And we all praised him as a diplomat. I mean, why did it deteriorate this level now where it's the same person who's now trying to do that in our diplomatic ties with other countries?
Because he calls the other one his uncle. I think he also knows that that uncle of his is not a simple man. Hey, these jokes he's doing, you cannot do it with Rwanda. His uncle, he knows. You can't tweet about Rwanda those jokes. Yeah, because for him is an action man.
Okay.
Hey.
Council, I want you to bring you in here. These statements here. This is where you mentioned you actually are responding to Magua. The CDF has apologized. Why should we continue? No. But the senator here responded to you that this business of you tweeting and then you delete and we think that you're going to walk away with it. No. This time round, they use the word crossing the red line. We are talking about the most powerful country on earth. A country that goes to other countries.
Of the world.
Uganda arrests somebody's wife. You come and they post the pictures on the social media. Actually, Ugandans are very patient people.
I'm very sure nobody can.
That instigation in another country.
I'm sure everybody, like I said, his own mother must have hated that.
Ugandans are very patient
What
people.
you can do to a man, like we all hear, but what you can do to a man at heart.
You can't do it to a woman.
He's doing that to his wife. A man feels like killing you. You can't allow someone, as a man, you see somebody doing that to your wife. I saw that and I felt for Bobby Wine. He must have even shed a tear for that.
Of course.
So bad, seeing your wife down and another man.
Then see your mother. This is the mother.
Council, listen to you.
But you see, as the senior journalist is talking about it, when a man stands on a stool and he does something, it takes the courage of that very man to say that what I have done on this stool is not good and I apologize for my actions. Muhoz has tweeted before and he has not apologized. You agree with me? He has tweeted and he has not apologized. Even by the time the senator says he has crossed the red line, I think the CDF had already apologized and already withdrawn. And I saw a tweet from our ambassador, Adonia, acknowledging the apology and the withdrawal. So, if in Africa, as a Pan-Africanist, we believe that when a man has said, I'm sorry, he means it. It's not that every day somebody comes and says, I'm sorry. We are not saying what was tweeted as he said he was being given wrong information does not affect us. No, it affects us at the country. And he's the CDF and he occupies the biggest office. Even when he is guarded, even when he's protected, but at least he came out and said, I was given a wrong information and I apologize. As someone who has apologized has recognized his own wrong. That's why somebody asked online and said, how come Mr. Magua is not talking about Magua is not talking about the language that was being used? What did Magua say? Magua said that those language can be used, but after an election, there is Uganda to live in. So where the CDF has tweeted, and he has come out to apologize, what do? Do we remain on the tweet he made, or we look at the apology and...
Forgive my curiosity here.
Yes.
Jonas Soros have those instances.
Yeah, it's okay.
I doubt.
Yes.
If the CDF's apology just came from him. Maybe there's this pressure.
No. You see, I've asked you a question. As a journalist, you have seen, he talked about it when he said, I'm going to attack Kenya. Did he apologize?
The father came.
The father came out very fast.
But for how long are we going to come out like that?
Did he? Him
for how long are you going to defend him?
Him as an individual, did he? You see, Muwonge, in all the works that we do, even you as a journalist, sometimes you produce a story and you're like, but this story was not good, and you withdraw it. That's why the senior journalist said that sometimes I do jokes on my personal account, but I don't put them on the official account of the what? Of the
spy.
Of the spy. Now, when Mose has tweeted from his own account, the good thing, he's not tweeting using the UPDF account. He's using his personal account. And he has apologized.
It's not just Mose like they said, it's the CDF.
Yes, he's the CDF. And that's why sometimes we need to differentiate. When is he acting as the CDF and when is he acting as a Mose?
The two are separable at this point.
No, you see, the two are separable.
They are inseparable.
No, the two are separable. When Mose is commanding the Ugandan army and he's seated in that office, he's acting as a CDF. But when
let me tell you why I think so. Let me tell you why. Because every time he speaks, I'm going to come back. He says that me and my soldiers. Whose soldiers? Whose soldiers we're talking about? These are soldiers when they meet the Ugandan military uniform. Where you and I made a contribution. We pay them salaries. You see, that's why we get concerned. If it was a Muhoozi 10 years ago who was not occupying any office, maybe we wouldn't even be discussing this. But we are discussing it because there is this.
Let me show you something. When you as Muwonge right now,
let me ask
you say that me and my team.
Let him finish and I come to you.
When you say that me and my people, which people do you have? When you say me and my army, does this army really? You see, sometimes we need to look at things the way that does the UPDF Act make the army to be owned by Mose? When Mose says that me and my army, he's talking as Mose. But when he stands and when the CDF says, me and the CDF, this is my... No, that's a different story altogether. But all I'm saying is, when a man has recognized his wrong and he has said, here I'm wrong, we don't dwell on the wrong. We look at how do we accept this apology. Don't put things saying, I don't think it's a genuine apology, it's on pressure. No, there is nobody who has put him on pressure. He has not apologized before, but this time he has said, I was given wrong information, and I apologized, and he deleted the tweet. So let's not condemn the man who has already condemned himself and apologized.
Let me come to you, Mr. Magwe, but if I come to you, there is Patrick from Gaba here who says there is impunity in Uganda and NRM has lost integrity. The CDF is building its own empire. His PLU colleagues say they will bring here M23 and he's on record. What did they do to him? He's in that prison council. Best is in prison. Chivumbi is in prison. Why is Gashomba out? Tusi dynasty is being implemented. That's a Patrick from Gaba. You're using executive minister, Mr. Magua.
See, Dr. Muwonge, it is okay for Muhoozi to build his own empire. And even myself, I will also need to build my own empire. But when I'm building my empire, I don't need to, to cause commotion, to distort whatever fundamentals I've found on ground, And I advise the Muhoozi, yes, I know I'm younger than you, you are the CDF, you're privileged to be the first son. You can take over becoming a president, ex-president, if at all you go into the exercise fully. And when you are a genuine person, you are Ugandan, scoop off these ranks, go into an electoral process. Then if you go through, it's okay. But the concern here is you are occupying one position which does not allow you to participate in whatever you are doing. Do you know this is now participating in
partisan politics?
in partisan politics, which is contrary.
And I hear Mr. Lumumba reminded you, in 2005, General Tumukunde just made fair comments. His thoughts, shared his thoughts on radio. And he was incarcerated for 5 years.
5 years.
But yeah, the CDF is talking about invading
another country, and he's just so it is okay for him right now. By the way, I told you, and I'm telling the viewers as well, even Moho's spies who feed him with those informations. He can overthrow the constitution now and rule by decree, so that he will not be judged hereafter. That this man was there, is the son of the president who pioneered the 1995 constitution, but the son went on breaking one by one, and then he was giving decrees amidst all the attachments of the law. It is very clear he can do it. But as long as the 1995 constitution is still standing, what he's doing is wrong, and he's going to be subjected to judicial proceedings. If I'm not mistaken, Ms. Counsel will try to guide us here. It's only that he's trying to sanitize, and the way by the way, it's very difficult to defend Mohos, because tomorrow he will come with a different thing. This is the gentleman who came and said, we are not looking for the Kabobi. He's just hiding himself. Then the other day is coming that the wife helped us to trace. Now, what is the two contradictory statements are catching up, and then we are not aiming at. We are advising, now I'm advising the cultural leaders, religious leaders, you and I, what is happening on Bobby Wine's home, what is happening on Bobby Wine's family, can happen on you as well. If we don't come up with correct effort to condemn and then advise, and even the president must come in to intervene to the way the son is behaving on the one they were contesting with in the last concluded election.
Let's go to Mr. Bian, see who's going to wind up the show. 5 minutes. The fundamental change just read it to you. You just saw. It's what we are putting. Is it really fundamental change? With all this that you're seeing, is this what you put your lives on the line for in the 1970s?
Now, let me help the audience and myself. Professionalism of going to study what doesn't concern you, you become myopic. What is causing all this? They don't know what is in their home. Let wisdom Hosi, I don't bother. Let me go direct to the president of Uganda. Today, now, he's not blocked himself. Let him raise a call to Samia Suluhu. Take Muhozi to Kagera Bridge. Those elders are still there. He goes where the mass grave is. They give him stories. From there, and then he will start the mouse. When he runs, what I mean run. Let him take him to cover. Kwa Chiwanja cha Masuja. Now they changed that place to my Munga studio. Those Wazee give a story what caused the Nyerere to come in and storm here. Because we were very weak, we went to plead with Nyerere. Nyerere was not a person to move into the room. He told us that the room doesn't allow me, as you are deceiving brothers and sisters, being killed by me, to go to Uganda. The liberation is for Uganda. But then I mean help.
And he went away to
for you are calling them Twitter. For me, I don't know, because I didn't go to school of your level to see things upside down. These are wars. They are not Twitters. They are not machines talking. When they are going to ban, they will not ban a phone which has transmitted the message. They will ban me innocently. This one is telling us what is happening in Bob's Wine's home. No, all our homes. The Europeans brought ignorance and myopia in our understanding. I think when they go to Muwonge, that's good, because they have not reached.
Yeah.
That is the way. Jesus told you, you are still myopic. That the way going to heaven, you die. There are no good things. That is the way they are building a way to help them to come to my home. If that one comes better, it will be a day-to-day routine. When Amin came here by phone, thinking that there are phone calls and telegrams by then, not these Twitters, they are similar. The technology is the one differentiating them. By telegram, you Nyerere, you are a woman, I will come and marry you. Then Nyerere go to the basis to come to be married here. The marriage you show. Tell these people to be serious. They know better than I do. You can't be having that access and be foolish at that level. They know what happened to Gaddafi, which I don't know. For me, I'm a raw person. I don't know how it came about. But with them, they were at a cross watch. Now, these words of raid, they use their words. Raid.
As if they are reading a horse.
The raid, you think it is of the horse. The Americans, that is their word. Raid. They will raid. And these ones don't think that an apology of the CDF applies, doesn't. An apology applies where you are allowed by law, by discipline, by this environment to apologize. When the law doesn't allow you to apologize, you remain incriminated and liable, because the laws of Uganda says or stipulates, as these ones tells us,
The lawyers.
that you, the CDF, let it be fed with wrong information, run to your father, who is called the chief of defense force, and your father is not around, we run to parliament. Let them shout. I call it shouting. That is shouting.
Not legislating.
They are not talking things sensible. Shouting.
They legislate.
Because these people, they are not like me. For me, I am allowed to talk senselessly because I don't have advisors, I don't have books to read, I am not able to know because I'm hiding on the street where I sleep. These people, by second, they know what is happening better than me. But to find the exchange is of when we were not born, all of us here. We are in another terrible country because of migrating to go and seek for everything from outside. I've given you examples over here. Who brought the war between Uganda and Tanzania here? The traders. Because Nyerere wanted to respect the international law and the East African law. Then the army of Nyerere, of Amin went and stole bicycles. Then the natives of Isinjo, Museveni know them by names. They thought that those who have stolen their merchandise are Tanzanian soldiers. They went and banned the market in Tanzania. Then those who burnt the market, they are still crying even today to Museveni. I lost so much money. I lost my house. I've never been compensated. You need it. Even, what about those who died? Are they asking for compensation? These people, they are holding what we call, which are not Ugandan bases. Every high-ranked police, every what? Past staff college, India, past staff college, Sandhurst, past. When you come from there with Sandhurst, there is special forces of these Americans. Their language, it is normal, is abusive. When you ask him, I beg to check you. He will pull out his pistol and say, this is my fucking pistol. Fuck you. Then when you want to behave like that here, it will not apply.
Exactly.
It will cause problems. And these things, everybody must clean his home. Nobody who will come out. Because most of
As we get out of here.
most of our Ugandans are the ones supporting all these. And even Muhoozi himself is not guilty. We Ugandans, we are guilty. We developed a habit that let me support Matov's son so that Matov can love me. Most of these Magba educated, they are on Muhoozi, looking for him to love them.
Not in Magua. Magua, I'm not a subject.
I thank you so much.
Cancel.
Our time is fast spent.
Maybe cancel.
Thank you so much, Mr. Andrew. Thanks so much, Council Humphrey. Thanks so much, Mr. Magua. Thanks so much, Senior Irumba Andrew. Thanks so much, our dear viewers. We've come to the end of this edition of the Dialogue. My name is Edrisa Muwonge. Let's meet again. God willing. Goodbye for now. See you later.